in Milwaukee County alone, there are about 100,000 people who don't have insurance. And statewide, there's about over 400,000 people without insurance. And, you know, I know you talk about responsibility being a factor, but you have to factor in poverty as being one of the reasons too. Of course. It makes absolutely no sense that people have to rely on free clinics to take care of their healthcare needs. I mean, what would you say to someone like in a condition like that? Do you just turn them away when they...
No, I've talked about, again, premium support for those significant events, but we also have to have people stand on their own 2 feet and start focusing on their health. We have an obesity crisis. We've taken away people's self-responsibility to try to take care of their own health. Look, the more we've moved to a socialized system of medicine, we've seen the quality of our health in this country decline. That's a fact. That's just a plain fact. Type 2 diabetes has skyrocketed. You know, we have to start making people take personal responsibility. If you always, oh, we're just going to take care of everything for you, then you lose your sense of personal responsibility in that process. And I am a huge believer in that. Because as I said in the speech that I just gave, you know, and it's going a little off topic, so I hope you oblige me for 2 seconds. But I asked everybody, I said, I want all of you to stop for 2 seconds and think about the things that make you most proud in your life. What makes you proud? What do you feel good about? And I said, I'm not going to ask you to share with me what that is, but I can tell you what made that, whatever it was, make you feel good about yourself, make you proud of who you are. It's the thing you sacrificed for. It's the thing you worked hard to achieve. It's the thing you poured your blood, sweat, and toil into. That's what creates self-confidence. That's what creates independence in people. So my whole message is, yes, we have to get back to personal responsibility. We've got to help people lift them out of poverty. I do not believe in social programs that all they do is trap you in entitlement and dependence. As I said, what do we know from the world of psychology? This isn't, you know, this isn't me talking. Go to any psychology school. A dependent relationship is a destructive relationship for that person that's dependent. What do you want to raise as your children? You know the old axiom. A healthy, happy, well-adjusted, independent child? Why do we want to take huge chunks of our society and entrap them in dependence and entitlement?
But there will be people at times who simply can't afford insurance or can't afford to go to the doctor. And it may not be their fault at all, and lost a job or something. What do you do with them?
I just got finished talking about premium support.
Okay.
Yeah.
Would you like to scale back Medicaid, Medicare, Social Disability, Social Security? Do you think that those all those programs absolutely positively need to be reformed? Look, bring it on, guys. Let's have this discussion. Because you know what? No politicians want to talk about it. And you know what? It's time for you guys to start taking it serious, because guess what? Let's deal with the reality. We have $16 trillion in debt. We've got 103% debt to our economy. We're borrowing 38 cents on the dollar. We're destroying the standard of living for most Americans. Their incomes have declined for the last 11 years, and yet the cost of all their goods. We're engaging in something called quantitative easing, which you and I have talked briefly about because you saw me at that. And for somebody who went to the University of Chicago, you probably took a class or two on this at some point. It is exactly what caused the destruction of Germany. I can walk you through country after country. The wealthiest country in Africa was Rhodesia. It is now Zimbabwe. Zimbabwe followed exactly that path. And you know what? I sometimes carry around with me a $100 trillion Zimbabwe note, which is worth about 50 cents. And if we don't change the course of entitlements, we will blow up our entire system. Greece, when they did their last restructuring, wiped out the pension value of the pension value of all their pension value by 50%. So every public employee, not only are they dealing with an unemployment rate of 22.8% and a youth unemployment rate that's 25 years and younger of 52%, but now all their pension account value got wiped out by 50%, and they're not even through
even close to hitting the rock bottom. If we tip over in this point, it's gone. Social Security is going to be worthless because they'll money print and turn it to whatever that check that you won't even be able to buy lunch on.
Does reform then mean to trim the benefits for those?
Absolutely.